What up, world? Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm AJ Johnson. The NFL is approaching free agency, so we have plenty to talk about. Perhaps the biggest story comes out of Green Bay, where Aaron Rodgers has agreed to return for his 18th season and quite possibly the remainder of his career. Earlier this morning, Pat McAfee joined the Get Up crew with a little insight as to what went into this decision.
This year, he wanted to separate himself from everything and kind of figure out what he actually wanted long-term, in the near future, and what he really thinks is the best option for him. So although I think he understood that there were some teams interested and maybe he would have dabbled in those particular thoughts, for him, I think how long he wanted to play, if he wanted to play, was much bigger a part of the conversation and the decision-making process than where he was inevitably going to go other than the Packers, in my personal opinion.
We were just hours away from the 2021 NFL Draft when ESPN's Adam Schefter reported that Aaron Rodgers was disgruntled with the organization and no longer wished to play for them. Rodgers cited unhappiness with the drafting of Jordan Love in the first round, the lack of involvement on roster decisions, and the overall trust the team had in him. Now the two sides were able to reach an agreement and work on their relationship, and judging by Rodgers' second consecutive MVP, I'd say it turned out pretty well. Rodgers followed up his best statistical season with another one for the ages, throwing one fewer interception than in 2020 and posting his fourth consecutive year of over 4,000 yards passing. Now, no formal agreement has been signed, but a deal is expected to be made before the new league year begins on March 16th at 4 p.m. The NFL is going quarterback crazy right now. It seems like something is happening with every big name. Earlier today, a grand jury declined to indict Deshaun Watson on 9 of the 10 criminal complaints filed against him. After nearly a year of wondering, Watson can finally begin taking the steps to continue his NFL career.
It's definitely a very emotional moment for me. I know we're far from being done of handling what we need to handle on the legal side, but today is definitely a big day, and going to keep fighting to rebuild my name and rebuild my appearance in the community. And we're going to continue to, on the legal side, off the field, handle what we need to handle, but also ready to get back on the field, being prepped for that.
And when he's on the field, Watson is viewed as a franchise-changing QB. When he last played, the Texans' offense was much more explosive, averaging 8 more points and nearly 100 more yards per game. Russell Wilson is the newest member of the Denver Broncos. One of the biggest trades in NFL history has Seattle receiving Drew Lock, Noah Fant, and multiple first and second round picks in exchange for the former Super Bowl champion. Carson Wentz is also on the move as the Indianapolis Colts agree to send him to the Washington Commanders. Wentz only played 1 year for the Colts, as members of the organization stated that he was uncoachable and lacked leadership. Wentz will find himself on his third team in as many years. So now what's left for the rest of the QB-needy teams? Here's a look at the top 5 free agent quarterbacks by popular opinion. A list that includes former number 2 overall picks Marcus Mariota and Mitchell Trubisky, and is topped by former number 1 overall pick Jameis Winston. Winston, coming off that torn ACL, has already made big strides to a return. He'll look to come back strong in 2022. That's going to do it for this edition of Full Sail Live. Be sure to tune in tonight at 11 when we get you caught up on all the NFL news ahead of this free agency period.